at you, you're a beautiful young lady, and obviously, they'll look at you. But for those of you who came for your normal Ka-Tai restaurant Saturday night line, we're glad that you are here. And those of you who came specifically for Saturday night laugh, we want to welcome you and say thank you in a special way for being here tonight. Ka-Tai is a very beautiful place in the heart of the city of Roseau, and every night people are here enjoying themselves, and I want to commend them highly for giving us the opportunity to interact, to socialize, and to have a good time. Because there's a saying, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. But tonight we're here as the second in a series of what we call preliminaries to bring forward to the public the idea of a national comedy competition. A few of us last year saw the need to organize such cultural events. We have a lot of talented people around the country, and sometimes they stand on the side of the road and they give a joke and people laugh. And we felt we could bring that together and give them an opportunity to do it in a better organized fashion, where they too can make something out of it and the people can get an opportunity to enjoy a good laugh. So last year we had the first national comedy competition and had about 15 competitors. It went well, the public came out in support, but of course the venue that we had last year is the Goodwill Parish Hall, and the seating capacity there is about 300. So obviously we cannot charge people too much for coming in, so we depended largely on what you pay for your ticket, but of course on our corporate community who gave us support, because the prizes, payment of the hall, the advertisement and all of that costs money. So obviously last year we appealed and our corporate citizens came forward and they assisted us. And this year we're doing the same. We are inviting our corporate citizens to work with us to put an even bigger and better show this year. The competition will be on the 26th of August 2023 at the Goodwill Parish Hall. The tickets will go on sale pretty soon this month. Today is the 1st of July. The first preliminary show we had here was on the 27th of May. And tonight is the second, the 1st of July. And the third, which is the final of the preliminaries, will take place on the 29th of July. And as I said, the national competition will be held on the 26th of August 2023. Registration is open, so those of you interested in competing on the 26th can register here at Ka-Tai, DNO, Max Services, and of course, Faith Restaurant and Bar. Faith Restaurant and Bar. So you can go in there, get a form, and get registered so you can be part of the competition. The prizes are very attractive. A first, second, and third prize, and every other competitor will get something out of that as well. Last year, the first champ of the comedy competition is Mr. Marie, Cornelius Marie. He is the first ever champ of the comedy competition, and then it have, which we call WAPO, came second, and of course you have Samson Charles came third. So of course we felt that this is very, very key, very important to bring this part of our culture together and give people an opportunity to present themselves to you on the joke and give you an opportunity to laugh, enjoy yourself, because laughter is always a good medicine. And sometimes we go along with being so, beaten with the day of work and the frustration around and all of that. And we need an opportunity to just relax and laugh. And that's what we're trying to bring. We also want to appeal to any one of you who are interested in getting involved with the committee. There's a small committee of us. Tim Durant is right there. You have Severin McKenzie, Pat Aaron, Lindsay George, and myself on the committee. And now we have Billy who is with us, very good voice, very good talented individual. And I want to invite any one of you who are interested in being part of the committee. So tonight, we want to say welcome, relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy the laughter. Tonight we're going to present Franklin Moses, he's right here. And let us hear it for Franklin Moses. Give Franklin Moses a round of applause. Because he has been, in the early days, one of the pioneers, upfront pioneers providing laughter to us. And of course we have Julian Rivera, who will be performing here tonight. He is, in fact I was on the radio yesterday, somebody asked me, are you talking of Julian Rivera, the Caribbean cowboy? And I said yes. So let's give Julian Rivera a round of applause. And we have Paula Celestine, she's around. She was part last year in the competition and she's always making herself available to assist and to be part of what is going on. So let's give Paula a round of applause. And we are expecting to see Hixie, him, a Calypsonian, to perform tonight. And there will be an open mic. So feel free to pick up the mic and give your own little joke. We will laugh at it and we will enjoy it. So feel free to do that. And that will also help you to break the ice. So you yourself can become a competitor in the national competition. Thank you very much. God bless you and good night.
So, can you hold this one please? Hold it steady and the shot. Hold it until it picks up.
Thank you so much, Mr. Master. All right, so I don't want to take anything much away from you, because I myself personally cannot wait for some good laughter here tonight. They say laughter is a good medicine, if not the best medicine. So before you go home, after you've eaten what you've eaten, after you've drank what you've drank tonight, we want to just make you feel a little lighter before you go to bed. So we want to provide you with some good laughter here tonight. So I will waste no more time and introduce our first. Should I call you a comedian? Should I call you a cowboy? Should I call you, what do I call you really? However, we're going to call our first person to the microphone. Let's welcome to the microphone our very own Caribbean cowboy, Mr. Rivera.
Put your hands together for Mr. Rivera. He's from Rivera Civic.
No, he's not from Rivera Civic.
Mr. Rivera, Mr. Rivera. Has to be one John of Rivera. Or Rivera Civic.
Rivera Fish.
Yes.
Fish River.
Fish River. You mean that it's just one good river now?
Good evening, everyone. How you doing tonight?
Alright.
All right. It's good to be in the house. Well, I hope you laugh at my jokes, you know. If you don't laugh at my jokes, then I guess you'll have to laugh at me. But then maybe you might not laugh tonight at my jokes, but you'll be in your bed sleeping at night tonight, and all of a sudden you just burst out. And you remember something that I said, and the kids will be, what's wrong with mommy? Daddy must be tickling her. have some tokens for you. But you have to be able to answer my question. Okay, I'm gonna test your Creole skills. I got 4 tokens right in my pocket. So anybody want to test of their Creole skills, if you know Creole? The first one, anybody who wants to say the answer, just go ahead and say it. All right, you ready? So the first, anybody who says the answer first, then you'll get that token. Okay. I want someone to tell me what it is in English when I say tutulu. Tutulu. Crab, who said crab? Come and get it, come on. There's the gift. She said crab, but it's usually a little crab, a small crab. But it also means all of you is heavy. There you go. Yeah, lighter for her, right? Okay, here's another one. Shot 2.
Right there.
Octopus. Or it could be a cat. There's a flashlight for you. Yeah, it's got some nice music on it. Okay. Pui.
Stop.
It's price.
Oh, please.
Yeah, who said? Okay, you got it. There's a boat for you. Go sailing somewhere. And we got one more. Pay bush. No, that's a place up in the north. But you got a price everywhere. I tell you something. Pay bush people, they like our music, country music, so we go up there and play every now and then. And there was one time we were playing, huge crowd, lots of people. The place was really packed. But there was something that was really strange. They were enjoying themselves so much, but you know one strange thing? They never said a word. I wonder why. Because they pay bush. Here's a little song, right? It's called Dominican Girls, for all the beautiful girls in Dominica. My oh my, she's a natural beauty. And to tell her so is my everyday beauty. She loved the way I sang, so she smiled. So I sing and she smiles every day and night. With this queen in my life, I'm like a king in paradise. Yeah, every man wants to marry a Dominican girl. She makes the man so happy, she makes his toes curl. She's a natural treasure, like a pirate's lost pearl. I could travel around the world, but I must come back to my nature island girl. At sunset, I swear I see gold in her hair. We lay on the beach till the stars appear. In the sunshine, we go fishing, we go walking. When it rains, we're happy, doing nothing. My ears never get weary of listening to her stories. Yeah, everyone wants to marry a Dominican girl. She makes a man so happy, she makes his toes curl. She's a natural treasure, like a pirate's lost pearl. I could travel around the world, but I must come back to my nature island girl. I found that the most beautiful girls in all the world are the sweet, beautiful nature island girls. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, brother, I won't boast. But I've come to find, yeah, I have learned, she's the #1 cause of accident on the road. Every man wants to marry a Dominican girl. She makes the man so happy, she makes his toes curl. She's a natural treasure, like a pirate's lost pearl. I could travel around the world, but I must come back to my nature island girl. Every man wants to marry a Dominican girl. She makes the man so happy, she makes his toes curl. She's a natural treasure, like a pirate's lost pearl. I could travel around the world, but I must come back to my nature island girl. I could travel around the world, but I must come back to my nature fine girl. Thank you very much. All right, so I tell you, it's really, really good to be here. So, do you call this stand-up comedy or what? Well, if this is stand-up comedy, what is sit-down comedy? Yeah, so it's like real estate. What is unreal estate? Is it when your dad say he left all the land for you and all the property to you, but really he puts on his will this concubine he had, this young concubine on his side? That's unreal estate, isn't it? Okay, so I was driving down the road with my girlfriend, and so we stopped, and I took a call. And so I'm on the phone, and the person is asking me for my email address. So my email address goes like jrreevs@hotmail.com, J-I-Reeves. So I'm telling you what it is. I said J, as in what? I don't know what J is. I forgot my ABC. Oh no. So I said J as in July, R as in rope, R again as in rope, E as in egg, E as in egg again, and V as in Victor, and S as in sex. And my girlfriend turned around and she's like, what was that? And then all of a sudden, I was smirking, but I was really embarrassed. Embarrassed there was a girl on the other hand that I did not even know. And so she said to me, my girlfriend said to me, so that's the first word that come on your mind for S, sex? I said, yeah, I don't know where it came from. I just said it because that's what on my mind. And so it's like I was very embarrassed, and I even had to apologize to her because I told you, as a man, if she was talking to a guy on the phone and she said, sex, I'd be like, what? What is she talking about, right? So I understand. But then when I look it up online, there's a survey that says that men thinks about sex at least 19 times a day. So that was just one of the times. I wasn't thinking about it. It just came from nowhere, just popped in my head. So I said it. So as I tell you, if my jokes are not funny, maybe tonight you'll go lying in your bed and you really start laughing loud. Maybe you'll laugh out loud might not be here, but let's see. Okay, so when I came from the US, I spent about 15 years in the US making music. When I came back, I found a lot of things had changed. And one of the things I found that was changed is that people were more courteous. They would be calling people uncles and aunts, and I'd be talking to somebody and I said, you have many uncles. You're walking on the street, you say, uncle this, uncle that. I said, you have a lot of uncles. She said, no, it's just a sign of respect. We just call him uncle, but he's not a real uncle. But I think that's really good. But I find that Dominicans take it too far. Because guys go around calling me daddy and father. And they're older than I am. So I'm like, how in the world can you be my father when you're older than I am? And then some guys call me bossman, and then some call me papi. I don't know if that came from the Spanish, the papi thing. I don't know if bossman come from the Haitians guys. I don't know what. But when someone wants something, they come to you and call you all these kind of names. I said, first you call me a dog, so I won't give you anything rather than call me father. Why do they do that? They take it too far. Everybody wants to call you father, daddy, papi. I wonder what they call the ladies. I know for men. So, going to the US to work on my music was a real culture shock. So there was this guy who discovered me in Dominica, took me to the US, and we started making music. So when I got there, everything was so much different. It was my first time traveling to a big country. And so we went to a mall. I got lost at the mall, and the mall was the smallest mall, probably the smallest mall in the US. Later on, I ended up going to what they call Mall of America, which is like the biggest mall in the US. I never got lost there. But I got lost at the smallest mall in the US. So when I finally found him, he was really angry. And he has this Clint Eastwood kind of talk. He has a very husky voice. Where you were, man? I was looking all over for you. So I said to him, yeah, I just couldn't find my way back. Then he said, did you buy anything? I said, no. He said, so you saw nothing that jumped at you? So in that case, I'm thinking, something jumped at me? Well, he meant like, anything that got my attention I wanted to buy. I said, no, it was just an old lady with a poodle that tried to jump at me. But I couldn't buy it, I couldn't afford it. At least not yet, I just got to the US. Then he told me, I'm going to take you to a flea market. I had never heard about a flea market before. So I said, flea market, okay. I guess that's a place where they sell fleas. So you put it on cows, so you're putting them off, Because I think I've seen in pictures where women would go to places like in Asian countries and they put their feet in the pond and the fish would bite and eat them up and clean them up. So I thought probably a flea market, they sell fleas to clean out the cows. I had no idea what a flea market was. No, I see a flea market in Dominica since I've been back, but it's more like a garage sale for up there, So anyway, I went to the flea market and then I see, oh, that's the flea market. Then he told me, what about a gentleman's club? Have you ever been to a gentleman's club? I'll take you to a gentleman's club. I said, okay, it's a place for gentlemen. Why not? I think I'm a gentleman, so I'll go to a gentleman's club. So we went to the place, and most of the women, if not all, were just half naked up there, all over the place. I'm like, what? A gentleman's club? This guy's not really a gentleman at all for him to be there looking at these girls half naked. And I found out that to get a Coke was like $20. So, and a beer was like $30. So, me being who I am, I don't want to spend. I'm new in the U.S. I haven't even hardly started playing music yet. I'm still practicing. I see an empty beer bottle there, so I just scoop it right next to me. So pretend I have one, so that the girls won't come after me over and over again, asking, "What are you drinking? What are you drinking?" Because they're at you from the time you enter the door. So I'm saying, this is what they call a gentleman's club. Oh, I really see these things on TV, but I didn't know they called it that. And the girls there, they were all like, you could barely see them. The place was dark. I'm like, what is this? There were blue lights or black lights, whatever it was. Then I said to this guy, man, I could have gone to the beach and see a lot better than that. And it's all daylight, and I could see a lot better. He took me to this dark place, and everything was so expensive. A gentleman's club. So I know I didn't feel like a gentleman there at all, so I never went back, for the record. So anyway, back to Dominica. I sell things at the market, and I'm selling solar lights and all these things. And this guy's like, man, what you're doing there is a good thing. We really need those solar lights. People can use that in their house, and you can give them a competition, man. Yeah, I said, yeah, that's a good idea. Give them a competition. And so he said, so I said to him, yeah, I will be smart leg. Let them be dumb leg, and I'll be smart leg. That's a new name for me, smart leg. And let them be dumb leg. All right. So then at the market again, I realized at the market, everything there at the market is mine. Everything belongs to me. Because I go walking at the market, this lady say, sir, get your dash in, sir. Get your tomatoes, sir. Take your nice potatoes. So I went to this lady and I said, ma'am, is it mine or yours? She said, mine. She wasn't expecting that question at all. So I said, everything at the market is mine because everybody's saying, get you. Why do I have to buy? It's all mine. I can just take it and go. At the market scene again, I like to see how people respond to certain things. So one guy came to my table where I was selling, and he left a half cup of coffee on my table. So I took the half cup of coffee and I go to the other vendors, asking them would they like some coffee, just to see how they react. I'm a real provoker. My dad used to be called provoker, so I don't know if that's where I got it from. But I like to provoke people sometimes just to see what their reaction. So I took the half cup of coffee and I went to this lady not too far from me. She's selling machine and all that stuff. And I said, would you like some coffee? She said, where do you get that? I said, I just offered you some coffee. She said, you into coffee now? I said, yeah, would you like some coffee? She said, where do you get that? I said, someone left it on my table, so I thought maybe you could use some. She said, Mr. Rivera, I want to know you. I respect you, I respect you. Mr. Rivera, what? she was really furious. She couldn't do that. I was offering her coffee that someone else, some stranger had drank from. So I went on and on, take it to some more vendors, and see their reaction. I tell you, it was hilarious. And I had to get back to my table before I get into more trouble. I'm gonna sing you another song. How about that?
Yeah.
It's called Fix Your Buoy Face. That should make you smile a little bit. This song is based on a true story. My mom used to always tell me, fix your face. I was a little kid, I wanted to hold my fix my face. She tells me fix my face. So here it is, fix your buoy face. And I sang that song somewhere in Portsmouth, and there were some Jamaican guys in the house, and I asked them what they think buoy means. And they said, oh, it's that thing in the sea out there. I said, no, that's a buoy. But I'm talking about buoy. And let them understand that buoy, for those of you here who might not know what buoy means, it means angry looking, mean looking, vexed kind of face. So, fix your buoy face. You're walking down the street like you got no food to eat. I smiled and said hello, but you looked at me like you wanna bluff. Did someone make you vex? I don't know why you're so stressed. I know that we are strangers, but I swear one smile will cause you no danger. Fix your buoy face. You look so out of place. But why the buoy face? You bring down a whole wide race. How can you even take yourself and weave a face like this? You make the whole world a much better place when you smile. Smile and fix a buoy face. My daddy used to tell me, boy, if you want to find a lady, you got to smile a little bit more every time you walk out that door. So while approaching this pretty girl, I smiled at her like I owned the world, confidence. But she gave me one good face, yeah, said, hey, and walked away. But fix your buoy face. You look so out of place. But why the buoy face? You're bringing out a whole wide race. How can you even take yourself and weave a face like this? You make the whole world a much better place when you smile. Smile and fix a buoy face. If Coupe's it could kill, well, I'd be 6 feet down and still. Everyone knows you are pretty, but your buoy face makes you ugly. Now if you are my lady, then it's okay to look at all the men go away. Some of them are hustlers and gobblers, and they made you this way. But not me. Fix your buoy face. You look so out of place. But why the buoy face? You're bringing down a whole wide race. How can you even take yourself and weave a face like this? You make the whole world a much better place when you smile. Smile and fix a buoy face. So don't look like you just lost your wings in a fight, or don't like you just cut your life. No matter what's your problem, a hard face won't solve them. Just smile. Smile, yeah, smile. Just smile. Smile. Smile makes a buoy face. Yeehaw! Thank you very much. That's my time for now. Maybe I'll be back.
Anyone want to like jokes? Oh, okay, because I was going to ask you to come to the microphone a little later because we have open mic. Okay. All right, so thank you so much. This is Julian Rivera, our very own cowboy. There's just something about, I'm not sure about you, but there's just something about country music. But I'm happy to see that we have our very own Creole in country. Makes you go away, right? Yes, I love that. And then probably say about the coupe, must have didn't pick that up, but I did. Yes, I'm loving it. All right, so we're gonna call on our next comedian for tonight. So let's welcome to the microphone, Miss Paula.
It's the night of jokes and laughter. So it doesn't matter even if it's about 9 o'clock, I can say good morning. And I hope the audience here do not mind, even if I read from this little script that I have here. Because, you know, sometimes the memory is not so good. And sometimes you want to be on track with whatever you have to do. So right about this time, I'll say good morning, and my name is Paula Marjorie. It's a good thing that the MC here didn't say the last name, because I changed the name this evening. So my name is Paula Marjorie, and I live in Roseau U. So somebody might wonder about what the Roseau U is about. It's a night of joke and laughter, like I said. The most popular thing in Waiti Pubuli House is what we call pull out. You all know what is pull out? Pull out is more popular than the president and the prime minister. Our national dish is called what? A little rum, no, and siwo. So tonight here, we will drink a little rum, and whoever wants to dance and make a little siwo, it's all fine with that. I guess Franklin might do a little bit of dancing for us when he comes here. I know he's very good at that. Upaka dance us fella, Franklin? Oh. Anybody have a favorite drink here? Well, I have a favorite drink. It's called Chebe Yusao. What is the Chebe Yusao? But yeah, it is a drink they call Kubulia. The Kubulia is the Roseau U beer. And I like that sometimes on the weekend on a Saturday night. So when I go out there, I drink a little Kubulia, and that is good. Anybody know the thing they're making from the skin of the cow? The cow have a skin, you just pull that out. What is its name? No, it's not fashion. It's you for skin. You for skin. So you have to say that well. Because if you go to the market and you talk about fashion, they'll ask you, what is that? So it's you, your skin. Make sure you remember that. And the language now, there is a broken language. They just call that a patayu. It broken, something looking like French. Anybody understand that? Okay, it's a broken French. Now, anybody know who is power? Or who is a power? Well, okay, good. If I had a prize, I would give that to that person. A power is a godfather. When it have a man, they call him power. Power handsome, power ugly. Power sometimes he have good times and he have bad times at the same time. But anyway, Power come from overseas and he decide he want to go to Roseau because Power come out for it. Power called his favorite father. He said, Father, I want you to make a little prayer for me in Roseau U, but I don't want you to tell anybody. Father said, okay, I will keep that a secret. As soon as Power hang up from talking to Father, Father called a lady that always calling a popular radio station called Blue Blue. Hey, that is the worst thing Father could do. Father called Blue Blue. He said, Blue Blue, I want to tell you something. But don't tell nobody now, because Power tell me don't tell nobody. Blue Blue say, okay. Blue Blue called us Wednesday workers. Hey, well that is where it have story. The Wednesday workers start to call everybody. Don't tell nobody now, it's you alone I tell that. So right now everybody know. Anyway, Father had to meet with Power somewhere in the foreroad because Father going and take up spirit, he going and put spirit, and it's all kind of thing. Well, before Power reached there and Father, Blue Blue and all the Wednesday workers gathered there. But Father tell Power, you must come with sabo. You mustn't come with working shoe today. Because when you come with the sabo, you have to take it off and stand up flat on the dirty ground for the spirit to run away. Hey, when Power arrived and he see all the Wednesday workers, Power take running. Power run and Power end up falling in the other forum. You should see those police running to put the barrier by Button over there. Oh, you know where is Button? It's another junction road just around the corner in Rosario. Well, anyway, my people, whole of Dominica get to know what Power tell Father, because Father tell Blue Blue, and Blue Blue tell all the Wednesday workers. Well, let me tell you, if you have a secret, never tell Father and never tell Blue Blue, because that secret will not stay there. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you. Well, you can tell me what you want, I will die. I will live and die and say this function. When I go in the market, I ask function, tell them don't give to me now. I want $10 function. What you call it, Paula? What Paula call it? What is it? Well, function we know. And function we will get. Alright, so, why am I holding the mic again? I'm not even sure, but let me see. So we're going to call to the microphone. I would like to call him a legend. I have heard this gentleman since I was growing up, basically, and he have never ceased from delivering. And he has always delivered, no matter what the situation, whatever the occasion. Whenever he was called, he would have always delivered. Whenever he comes to the podium, you know you have to have some good bladder. So I'm asking you folks before he comes on stage, please empty your bladder. So we're gonna call on him right now. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, whenever you are.
Or whenever I am, I'm ready. He goes by the name of Franklin Moses, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome him to the microphone.
It's me again, John. Thank you for the introduction. And by the way, Mr. Technician, is it possible I get this to go a little higher? I just need to get it to go higher. Okay, that's better. Only don't hear what happened also today. Well, I don't hear nothing, I thought you hear something. You are funny, are we? Imagine our partner this afternoon went into the, not this afternoon, but yes, Friday, with one big box of marijuana in National Bank counter. And he said, put that in an account for him. The bank teller says, sir, you cannot do that. It's illegal to have so much marijuana in one place. He said, sure, man, call your manager for me. He called the manager and said, the manager said, no, man, Frederick, you should know better. You cannot come with a whole big box of marijuana in the back. He expect to open an account. He said, what are you talking about? Look, I just heard Franklin Moses say, come to National Bank and open a joint account. It's a joint account he wants. So he got a joint. The police said, talking about that, I had a friend from England. He came from England, and you know they relaxed the laws for taking marijuana. So he comes to meet me on the bayfront, and he's smoking his marijuana because you're permitted to 2 grams or whatever. So while he's there, I caution him. I say, sir, I know you from a free land and country called England and America, but in Dominica, we warn you, you're not allowed to have all of these sticks of marijuana on you. He said, man, I'm from Jamaica, man, and the bullets never tight, man. So he pulled out his long weed. I begged him, please, you Roseau. Pull it the first pull. He said, meditation, cooperation. He reached all connection until when he reached the last one, he feel a tap on the shoulder. He look back, he see the police boots. He bought a police station. Doesn't know where he's going. So let's get a little serious now. How do you remain serious at a comedy show? I have a habit, which is a good one. Whenever I did my shows, when the pinnacle was high, I always like to ignite people's imagination with a joke I create or one that I hear from somebody. This one is one that happens spontaneously. My son comes home to me and tells me, Pops, I found the formula to make 10 and 10 and 11 and 11 be the same amount. I say, boy, that is insane and impossible. He said, no, Papi, how much is 10 plus 10? 20, but I think 11 and 11 is 22. Yeah, the way. So I wrote down a few things here that I want to mention. Oh, so I have this one. Police station. Okay, that one is impossible. There was an accident in town sometime. Whoa, what happened? Relax. In town, so, and the guy next to the front line, there used to be a bus station there. That the joke said years ago. I just keep wrapping it up for a couple of years. But this one happened for real because his hand was outside the door and another driver came so quickly, he jammed the bus and cut the guy's arm from here to there. And it was very painful. And then they're looking for the arm. A dog took the arm running behind it. But then the fellow said, come, give me that. He took the arm, bring it back. You know what police charged the man for? Arm robbery. Serious arm robbery. Okay, so I still have my sometimes in the light. Simone, you have to tell me the light. Okay, Chinese. I saw a Chinese coming into the Melvin Hall, what do you call it, Douglas Charles. I went there to pick up with me a friend, and the 2 Chinese guys there waiting. So immigration tell them, come, I'm behind you. Come. They come. What is your name? He says, my name is Fan Chu Fig. So what is your friend name? Chu Kai Fan. That's their Chinese name. And they come to work in the banana industry. They say, but what can you do? Over you come, they go Fan Chu Fig. And when you come over Chu Kai Fan. All right. Okay, listen. Okay, so this thing, I love my mic too. That's. Oh, you could tell me I could have done that. Okay, good. This Chinese couple, I met them walking in town, and the gentleman looked very old or advanced in age. You don't call people old anymore. And he has a young lady with him and a baby. So just outside the church there, I met him and I said to him, Jane. He said, yeah. I said, is that your baby? He said, yeah. I said, lady, is that your baby? She said, yeah. I call him aside. I say, Mr. Chinese, can I ask you a question? He said, what is your name? He says, my name is too old to come. What is your girlfriend's name? Too young to come. But you have a baby. What's the baby name? How come you come? He said, wait. Can you help me here? I'm on the road. Okay, I have this and this. I have this. Oh yes. a partner now decided, the same Rasta man, he decided that he was going to go to the bishop yard to pick mangoes. But it's getting late, and he had absolutely no decorum or understanding of time in a holy place like the bishop. So he's picking mangoes, it's about 4 to 5:30 getting dark. The bishop stays upstairs and he hears the rustle and comes down and sees a Rasta man putting mangoes in his bag. He had about 4 bags at that amount of time. By the time he realized it was already dark. So the bishop comes down and finds this man and said, "Oh my God," the Rasta man said, "Go and tell no one you have seen I and I." Okay, I want to take a slight little break. Yeah, okay. If I hook up, this young lady here, this Jin, we were just talking about her. She continues to be, for me, encouragement. When I think she says I encourage her, so I would like you to put your hand for 2 of my friends here. We haven't met for a while. Thank you very much. Now, additionally, the reason I called you is that I wasn't sure it was you. Me and this guy, Julian, we grew up practically together for how many years? Like PhD and so forth. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. My brother, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you again. Yeah. I've met you we've been friends for how many years now? 15? Huh? You hear me? About 15? It's a long time, yes. So, okay, just about now, okay, I want like you to put your hand, anybody put your hand up, one hand up. One hand, okay. Down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, sit down, up, I go on. Miller, thank you very much. It took a lot to me. Hey, Julian, oh my goodness, Julian. We met in Miami, and I was so proud. I'm seeing this guy I'm like, South Beach West? On South Beach, a Dominican, and I know him because I'm into the business, we're family. I'm like, we need to highlight, because he has a rare golden gift of singing and understanding. Put your hands together for Mr. Julian Robert, please. Thank you. And Milna, of course, give me a hand. She's fantastic. Anytime, any hour of the day, or week, or month, or year. Not yet, I don't go there. We dashing figure with Ben Kosho. All right, I'll be back.
Thank you, Franklin. All right. Okay. So we're gonna have a round 2 from, of course, the Caribbean Cowboy. He pleased me, like I said, a while ago with this song, Kupesi, and your boy face. I want to have this on recording, I swear I do. Because anything Creole goes with me. We'll talk about that in a little while.
Nice, you're gonna get Spotify and some other streaming. Yeah, sites. Okay, so I used to work at Jane Asset. Anybody remember Jane Asset? I worked there for about 10 years doing shipping, tariff, and costing and all of that before I went to the US. And people were coming back and they were bringing a certain item back to the store, returning it. And it was the rat traps. Everybody returning the rat traps. They're complaining that the traps are not catching any rats. And we would catch lizards, cockroaches, but no rats at all. So Mr. Nassif asked me to send a letter to the principals in China. It came from China, of course. And I wrote to the people, I told them about the rat traps. So they replied, and I went to Mr. Nassif and told him what they said. So he told me, all right, go ahead and tell me what they said. So in the words of the China guy, or principals selling the rat traps, he said, Mr. Nassif, I suppose the rats in Dominica are smarter than the rats in China. All right. So here's the case of the news. If you listen to the U.S. radio news, they kind of make a light of everything. It's no big deal. It happens all the time. Whereas the English news make it sound like so dramatically sad. And so here's this case. There was a case, a true story about a robbery of an ice cream truck. So this is the U.S. news, radio news, about the robbery of an ice cream truck. It goes like this. 2 boys robbed an ice cream truck. They held the truck driver at gunpoint, and they took all his money, but left with no ice cream. And then here's the British news. 2 boys robbed an ice cream truck. They held the truck driver at gunpoint and took all his money, but they left with no ice cream. How sad, right? But why would they say they left with no ice cream? Well, obviously they didn't come for ice cream, right? I mean, that's I tell you, they make light of this kind of news. So, I was going out witnessing with my church to some guys in the neighborhood in Maho. So this one guy, we start talking to him about the Bible, what the Bible says. You could tell that he was not very smart. He didn't know much, about things in the Bible and big words or anything like that. So we told him that, drug abuse and criminal activity and, sexual sins, all that the Bible says it's abomination unto the Lord. It's an abomination. So he said, yeah, man, I understand it's abomination. There was this guy not too long ago, he was passing by the market, Dad was, and I was kind of hungry, and he was selling some sandwiches. So I told him, what are you selling, man? He said, yeah, man, I'm selling some subs, they're really good, they'll fill you up. I said, no, that sub will take me down and kill me. I was working with as a teenager, I was working with a movie company called TriStar, and they were here in Dominica filming a movie called The Seventh Sign. Anybody remember that? All right. Yeah, I was just a teenager working with them, and my dad told me that they were going to sell me. And that was crazy. So anyway, while at the end of the month, or at the end of the week, I can't remember what it was, I was supposed to get paid, and didn't get paid. So I called him up and tell him my story about not getting paid. So the guy from TriStar, he asked, what's your story? So I'm just a teenager, I was probably 17 years old, and I'm like, what's your story? Hey, that's cool. I should use that to answer the phone. What's your story? So here I am at home one time, and somebody called, and I picked up the phone. It was a landline phone, and the phone rang. I asked, what's your story? It was my mom's best friend, a lady. So you inside the phone, boy? What's your story? I got to tell your mother what you say. What's your story? So you inside that phone? You know that language, right? That means it was no good. Okay, so here's the joke about Manico. Now, nobody here, please promise me you won't call me Manico head. You probably know what it is about already. But anyway, yeah, I came from the States, came back home, and I haven't eaten Manico in a long time, so here I go. This guy, a friend of my brother's, he was cooking some Manico, and he had this little house that was not finished yet down in the yard because it was working for us. And the cooker dropped, man, and said, man, boy, the Manico dropped, good, boy, ready. So I decided I'm going to have some other Manico. But in his house now, in his little shack, it was kind of dark. I couldn't see anything much. But I said, oh, I don't need light, man. I took my food, put that in a bowl. I went home ready to eat. While I'm eating, all I'm seeing is 2 Manico head. And I said, man, I take the worst part of the meat. And I can't imagine those guys would have put Manico head in there. And this thing is grinning at me like, now what are you going to do before? The Manico head was like really, really bad. So I went to tell the guys, man, I didn't get some real meat. They have done eat all the meat already. So please don't call me Manico head. You know, Dominicans, we call people, as a matter of fact, there's this guy, every time he sees me on the market, he calls me Booey Face. And people would think that I have a Booey Face. But my song is actually telling people not to have a Booey Face. So you know how names are on around here. Okay. And let me see if I can do one more. Yeah. Have you ever been to funerals lately and the preaching is so long and you just want to go home? And you're wondering, why is the preacher preaching so long? So, I tell you, when I die, if the preacher is preaching more than 20 minutes, I swear, I'm going to come up from that casket and call him and tell him, hey, my time is up. Your time is up too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rivera. Mr. Jura, you know, I am an advocate for our beautiful language, Creole. And anytime I can hear the Creole in something, I'm always pleased. Mr. Jura, what you ask, Mr. Jura? I can't give jokes. I mean, I can always speak Creole, and I think it comes out naturally when I speak Creole, and it sounds funny, and then you laugh, which is fine. But let me see if I can do a little something. You know how we are in the Caribbean, where we always compete with each other, be it through via sports, tourism, whatever it is, we always compete. We always think our country is better. So just imagine this Dominican, this St. Lucia, this Bajan walking down from Kennedy Avenue, coming all the way down. So we have this beautiful building here, Privo City Mall, and then this Bajan asks the Dominican, because they are contractors. So this Bajan asks the Dominican, let me ask you, how long do you think it's going to take Dominican to build this, you know, this nice Privo City Mall here? The Dominican said, you know, it's going to take us about a year. So the Lucian said, nah, it's going to take us about 8 months. So the Bajan said, in Barbados, it'll take us about 6 months. So they went on. We have the We Church building. So the Bajan is asking again. He's asking the Lucian, how long do you think it's going to take in Lucia to build this building, this We Church building? The Lucian said, you know, it's going to take us about 6 months. The Dominican said, it's going to take us about 5 months. And the Bajan said, it's going to take us about 3 months. So then moving on to the Courts building. So the Bajan is now asking, how long do you think it's going to take to build this building, Courts? So the Bajan said, you know, in Barbados, it's going to take us about 2 months. You know, the Lucian said, it's going to take us about 6 weeks. The Dominican said, when I passed last night, it wasn't there. So we are better. All right. All right, so we're going to call, I'm not funny, guys. I'm not funny. This is copy. So we're going to call our next. Not yet? You want to say something before you introduce him? Okay, so we're going to ask.
You go introduce him.
I'm going to introduce him.
Right here.
Okay, say what?
The next performer traveled all the way from the States to be here tonight. We know him as Son of the Saint, but he's also known as Toxic. Do the rest.
Okay, so the next person to the podium was in the States, and we call him Son of the States, but you can also call him Toxic. Let's welcome Toxic.
Oh, Leo.
Good?
Yes, another crisp comedy moment. Who's Jaco?
What am I supposed to do?
Here we go. That's yours. Do your thing, yeah.
Me and Larry.
Let's,
Hi, Mama.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Boy, I come inside, I walk inside until because I'm so scared I hear Franklin talking, and you know when a guy like Franklin speaks, he's a Caribbean #1, you can give him a round of applause for that one, please. We have me here standing here today, and I appreciate that, Mr. Franklin Moses. Even when I sing Calypso, I met him as my master of ceremony in New York, New Jersey, and home, and Franklin, and he was great. He made me feel like a true Dominican. It's nice feeling Dominican in New Jersey, America. Thank you, brother. But some people wonder why I call my name Toxic. I mean, it's a very nice name because it's toxic, but somebody can ask me, Toxic? So I can spell the name up. Anybody can spell Toxic for me, please, in the audience? Good night again. Is that I tell you about my name? South Kaidimon? Say somebody who? Is Talksick. Toxic. Hi, Papa. Yes, for true. It's like, boy, that the king, nice song to the king too. I do applaud him, I give enough respect to our national king, trilogy. But the first time he brought on this song, boy, I went to the tent and I better believe me, you know. And I thought for the first night she knew the song so well, boy. She in front and she singing word to word, line by line. I said, but what boy, I Calypso and I can't sing the song fast like that. But she don't know the whole song. So I tell her, let's go after you finish it. Let's go and have a little drink by the bar. As she goes, she fall in her politics. Scared. Hey, you hear this thing about him? Look at like somewhere. Is it corruption happening in the country? That's why the boy singing that. He said dictatorship. He said dictatorship. And she said, is that it? I say, oh my goodness, the young man just saying dictatorship. And she dealt with dictator, I mean. And scary clapping on thing, but you know, you're talking about dictator, but she be having him as a dictator. Thank you, Franklin Moses. So we have a thing to do with words along here, like calling me my name, my toxic. I'm walking on the road last time, I keep up! I say, but what? About now, man's calling a friend on the side. King Kwab, I say, a mother name of son King Kwab. So much lovely name there is Davidson, Mr. Franklin Moses, as we have there right in front of us, and the other young one over there. We have very lovely names. We have names that we can relate to, but water rat. Water rat! And we had a national player too like that, you know, water rat.
You have a partner named Satan.
Oh my goodness, may so rest in peace. Can you imagine that? Mothers take their time and give their children good names, send them to school, and their friends change their name. This is, I mean, come on. And then you have to pass your walking if you're somewhere in the school. The secret! What I know they're talking about your poor little son. Your poor little son, they don't call him the secret, and you're like, come on, boy, fix your business. They say, we look clean and what. Don't answer to them. If they call you, they will call them, they take it back. If they don't like it, they would not answer, so don't answer. Which is very good. Welcome, Americans. I came to give this short notice. I was unprepared, but I was told to come here to give this little notice of my being here. It's just like I remember well, like a time I was a kind of disorder and problems. I went to see the Prime Minister, so I went fix. You know, sometimes when you have an issue, you would might be scared, Mr. Prime Minister. You don't to see nobody else than the Prime Minister. When you the security is so the pressure go up from here to here. Then you might pass the security, then you go up to the next floor, then to meet the secretary. And then you have to wait because another foreigner might come in, another big investor, and you have to go, and you sit down there and you want to solve that problem. Boy, you might do about 3 hours and you get that one little chance to go inside, and you want that anger you are going inside. Here comes Jesus Christ. One kind of big smile, you come in no one time. You was vexed, you come, how can I help you? Get to the point, Yes, just get to it, I'm So he gets so serious. When you get up there, you go, oh, you come back with a smile. The smile doesn't only break your because so then, if you have to say, well, Mr. I have this, that was happening to me, but I'll come back next week. Then you find yourself, as they say, on the this week program, next week, this week, next week, and like Sui, on the Sui. It's like a real program. Welcome, Dominicans, and thank you again. I hope you feel welcome. You're very welcome here tonight. I feel La Fort Lord is very nice. It's giving us an attitude to bring out some of us, some talent that we have that we don't know. And we are here bringing it out like some of us like me. Yeah.
So, hold on, I'll give you a reason for you to clap. So, a couple of years ago, we went to New Jersey and he was singing a particular song. We made maybe 300 US worth of that.
Oh, yeah, deep in Najaman, deep in.
Yeah, right, 2 plastics filled with money, but he was singing a song, and that song is something like this.
Mama,
Mama.
what you?
Sing the song, sing the part.
Mrs. Shillingford asked me to sing a calypso for women past 30, 40, who dress bad and they don't know, clothes made for their grandchildren. Is that they want to rear, showing all their body dance and their spare tires. You know Somebody may fake a shoot. Sue them for wearing their tag. Cause some of them look like 10 pounds of food. Yeah, in a 1-pound plastic bag. Hey. Somebody should tell those women, wear clothes that compliment them. The way they dressing is a disgrace, shaking all their sense in people's face. Hey, mama, titty belly, boom on sexy, body like a gallon bottle, but they dressing like a model. Titty belly, boom on sexy, looking like a gallon bottle, but they dressing like a model.
Now you can put your hands
Thank you.
one more time. His toxic TLK.
S-I-C-K.
And you got it. Once again, put your hands for my brother here. Thank you very much for your presentation and so on. And you want to say something?
Yeah, man, you're welcome, man. My respect.
When you go, you need to change for me.
I think I have to talk to Mr. Timbera about that, right?
Okay, you need to hire the man. Okay, Will, I have an assistant tonight, and I'm grateful for being able to hold it there.
And yes, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. However, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are viewing live, we just want to encourage you to continue to stay tuned. This is just a little teaser of what you can expect at the current competition, carried for August 26th. And of course, we'll be back here on July 29th. If you are listening, if you are viewing live, we urge you to you still have time to, of course, register for this grand comedy competition. Again, that's carried for August 26th. We do appreciate your time and your attention. We love you, we love your support. Franklin Moses, let me say thank you to you. Mr. Toxic, thank you. Mr. Rivia, thank you. Paula, thank you so much. Mr. Boston, Mr. Jerome, thank you so much for ensuring that we could have had this little moment here at Ka-Tai brought live to many viewers. We thank you for broadcasting. You're a broadcaster, so prepare yourself where you do show a broadcaster, correct? All right, we thank you for broadcasting this event live. Thank you, Ka-Tai, for allowing us to do a little thing here. But like I said, we will be back here again on July 29th, so please be sure to be here, and we'll have a lot more fun for you as we gear for the big event, which is the comedy competition carried for August 26th. Until then, I'm going to say bye-bye.
Okay, before you leave, I would just like to say I really truly appreciate the co-emceeing and the result that we're getting. I must say, because of her presence here, I'm even more comfortable. I am more comfortable working with you. As I'm with you. So I'm very comfortable. They would say comfortable.
Yes, no, what comfortable, I'm using what you said.
Okay, well, it's comfortable because I was sitting on the table with comfort. Okay, put your hands together one more time for me there. And yeah, and now we'll be going with Mr. Boston. Yes.
Thank you, Franklin, and of course, thank you in a big way, Lilia, and so the same who just came in last minute. If you want to scout, always a scout. And of course, our Caribbean cowboy, Julian Roger, and Paula Celestin. I think we had a nice little night tonight. We just want to remind you that our next visit here will be on the 29th of July. And we expect you to come and bring others. And the show, the competition itself, will be on the 26th of August, 2023 at the Goodwill Parish Hall. Sometime this month, the tickets will be available for sale, and we'll announce the point of sale where you can pick them up. But we want you to support, because the whole effort is to develop our comedy culture in Dominica. In the Caribbean, a number of persons are doing well out of their talent of comedy. We can mention Cooks next door, St. Lucia. We can mention Oliver Large, We can mention, who else in the Caribbean? In Trinidad, we have Douglas, Chubby Joseph, and you look at TV and you see in America a number of people who are making their living out of that. And we want here in Dominica to develop that part of our culture. Earlier on I said, sometimes people stand on the roadside, and if you happen to be around them, they give a joke and you laugh. You're concerned. So we want to bring this together so people can enjoy it, people can make a living out of it, and we can socialize out of it. But I'm going to try to give a little joke, and if you can't laugh the joke, laugh me, okay? And that joke is, there were 3 prime ministers traveling, and in the travel, they saw a young boy going to school. So the pilot said, this is a young boy in future, let's give him a ride. So they gave him a ride. While they're moving, the pilot announced, we have some engine problem, but we only have 3 parachutes on board. But among the prime ministers, one was a lady. So he said, we have to give the boy, who's the future one, we have to give the lady one, because she only comes in for women, and that's 2. So 1 left. So a prime minister from Trinidad just picked up and just jumped.